Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Professor David J. De Los Reyes. My discussion for tonight will be the so-called study of subwoofer needed things for it to bring out the low frequency output to an amplifier. I have here a subwoofer. Okay. And this is the so-called ported subwoofer. It got a hole on the box for both the left and right speaker. Okay. So for us to deliver the low bass perfectly, subwoofer box should be ported. And one thing more, the power supply of the subwoofer amplifier, it's a combination of a tweeter and what do you call this? The circuit of this one comprises of a tweeter and a subwoofer, but specifically this is concentrated on a subwoofer characteristic. The needed things for a subwoofer for it to deliver the low bass or the low frequency audio for music, that it should be that the power supply should be a regulated power supply, and the needed things for it to deliver the low bass, it should be an electrolytic capacitor placed on the secondary that powers up the subwoofer. So what I did, I assembled the what you call this 7812, a 12 volt voltage regulator. So in here I've got a 12 volt voltage regulator here. And since subwoofer actually it's so much current while we are delivering the music, of course the voltage regulator will get hot. So I installed a heatsink. And for us to know if the power supply to the subwoofer is alive or not, I place in an LED on the primary side for us to know if the power supply of the subwoofer is alive. So I place a red LED here. It got a series resistor, and I designed that the current passing through this LED is not hot. It's 1.5K. Actually, the voltage across this LED is 1.8 volts. And we could compute if we try, I placed the current passing here to be 10 milliampere, and I computed that the series resistor is 1.5K. So this LED here is not so hot, and it does not consume so much current. It's only 10 milliampere. So I place in series with the LED is actually a 1.5K resistor, 1/4 watt. So the power input to my voltage regulator, I got the circuit diagram. Sorry for that one. I got the circuit diagram of the sorry for that one. I almost dropped my amplifier, one of my speakers. Okay, we'll continue. This is the circuit diagram of the 12 volt amplifier. So I bring out the pin out. Terminal number 1 is voltage input. Terminal number 2 is ground. Terminal number 3 is voltage output. And I place an indicator on the primary side, like what I said, an LED in series with it, 1.5K. So the current passing through this LED is just 10 milliamperes. So I assembled this one by soldering on the what you call this breadboard, and it's done. Okay, and it's done. Sorry for that one. So right now, the voltage output of this assembled voltage 12 volts regulator is actually 12 volts. And for the meantime, I do not have an extra adapter to input the power on the primary side, so I just use my original power supply. I set the voltage this one to 13 volts. So if I set the primary to 13 volts, of course the output will be 12 volts. And this will now be the one that goes inside the what do you call this subwoofer. Right now, I would like to show you that this subwoofer is working good. You could hear the low bass frequency. I will just play it for a short time, maybe. Okay. So I got the output from my assembled FM receiver. This is the terminal. It came from the FM receiver. And I will now plug in this one on what do you call this on this subwoofer thing at the back.
La doctora Soraya Acevedo de Acevedo Dental.
Right now,
Mi
it's
doctora, para
working.
esos pacientes que les faltan dientes, ¿qué les recomendamos?
Que vengan a
As
Acevedo
you could hear
Dental
it,
Y para aquellos que tienen placas dentales flojas y les
as
duele
you could
comer,
hear it,
En Acevedo Dental Group
you
les
could really
ayudamos.
hear
y a los que tienen
the
vergüenza y
low
se
bass
tapan la boca al
audio.
sonreír y ni siquiera se
Okay.
quieren quitar la mascarilla.
You could
Claro que sí, Luis.
actually
En
hear the
Acevedo
low
Dental
bass
Group los ayudamos
audio.
con un nuevo
I
diseño
will
de
increase
sonrisa.
the volume.
Gracias, doctora Acevedo. En Acevedo Dental te ayudan con implantes dentales, Invisalign y diseño de sonrisa. Todos los especialistas en un solo lugar.
that,
¡Sonríe!
there is
¡Cambia
a
tu vida!
thing that you could
Ontario
measure
Central. Síguenos en
or hear
Instagram o
the
Facebook
bass
bajo
sound.
Acevedo Dental Group.
Okay.
833-211-1010.
That's the bass sound.
833-211-1010.
That's the bass sound.
833-211-1010.
This subwoofer will work good because this got
cambia tu
lots of
vida.
juice.
El estudio de
Lots of
Hitler
juice.
es presentado por
Because,
los
this is a
defensores.
big
En un
capacitor.
accidente, confía en los defensores.
As the subwoofer needed more power, this will give the juice needed for it to
Muy buenas noches,
give
les
the
saluda
low
Octavio
bass.
Valdés de Univisión 34 Los
Ok.
Ángeles, hoy a las 11.
Quinto juego de la serie entre los Dodgers y los Yankees. ¿Pondrán
Ok,
fin los angelinos a este clásico de
good
otoño?
evening, Los
¿O los
Ángeles.
Yankees regresarán a la serie
The
mundial a Los
discussion
Ángeles?
here
Les
is
tenemos la
about-
cobertura.
Además,
Okay. I will remove this one. The discussion here is about the so-called ported subwoofer for us to really hear the low bass sound, and one thing more, for the subwoofer to deliver the low bass sound, there should be an big electrolytic capacitor on the secondary side to deliver power when it needed most. Okay? So that's the concept of what I'm discussing for tonight. Okay, I will try to plug again the audio.
noticias esta noche a las
And
11.
as you could hear
Por
it,
Univisión 34. Ojalá
you could hear
nos
the
puedan
audio
acompañar.
to have a low bass sound.
Y Los
Okay,
Ángeles.
this is a ported subwoofer.
Con el nuevo
Ported
programa
subwoofer.
Levántate.
Okay, and good evening from Los Angeles.
Programa, podcast
This is
y la
Professor
música en
David
español que
David.
te gusta.